So we got the chapter 150 spoilers, and we are not leaving the Maki side of things. The Maki Zenin clan blood feud that's currently going on. Not only are they not moving away from it, they're going even harder into it, and it seems like this chapter is going to be pretty entertaining, but let's get into it. So we're getting a color page this week. In the colored front cover, Maki and Mai are on the beach, running together while holding their hands. They look very happy. Well, that's nice. In the previous chapter before Mai died, she did some kind of jujutsu mouth-to-mouth stuff and like sent her and Maki to like this mental domain place that looked like it was like on a beach or something in like a residential area. So I guess this is a callback to that possibly. And also reminding us that that did in fact happen, and Maki's pretty upset over it coming into this chapter. Continuation of the feud with the Zenin clan. Most of the battles are between Maki and Zenin's men who don't have curse techniques. Okay, that's interesting. So I didn't expect every single member of the Zenin clan to have a curse technique or be a sorcerer or something. It's just, I guess, strange to acknowledge it, because you'd think that like such a prestigious clan as the Zenin and the way that they act and are and everything, that maybe they would distance themselves as much as they can for people who aren't sorcerers or have curse techniques or stuff like that. But I guess it's unavoidable at this point. You do need some foot soldiers, I suppose, and that's what these are. And we're not getting a result to these battles, so I don't know if Maki's just going in there and just lobbing everybody's head off, but it certainly seems like that is going to be what's going on here, because Maki is like bloodlusted. I know that term gets thrown around all the time, and I think it's a funny term, but this is, I think, pretty applicable to what's going on, at least with Maki here. I guess she's going on like her own little John Wick thing in this chapter. There's a drawing that looks like a sketch similar to Hunter x Hunter. I have no idea what this means. I haven't been able to see any leaked panels of this chapter, so if you know what's going on with this, please let me know in the comments. Jinichi appears but was defeated, killed in an instant. Wow, that's insane. So something I speculated about in my previous review was that it's possible, like, in the next chapter, Maki might straight up go right after Junichi and Naoya, or just the rest of the Zenin clan. But I also thought that maybe it was a little too soon to be doing that, since this would just all be wrapped up immediately, and maybe Gege wanted to have this Zenin feud go on a little longer, maybe even spill over into the culling game or whatever else is going on with the other side of this story. But no, it seems like it's just full-blown former here. And Jinichi is immediately dead here in a very similar fashion that Ogi was killed in the previous chapter, because it specifically says in an instant here. So she may have even just lobbed the top of his head off too. Now, does Jinichi deserve this treatment? Not really sure. I mean, he's hardly had any real time in the series, and I don't really think he's directly committed any like truly egregious acts that I guess you could say justifies Maki killing him here, other than him being like a higher up in the Zenins and I guess being okay with what's going on. But I'm sure off panel he's done some bad stuff, and the implications are there that he's not a good person. So do we literally need to see him do some awful stuff for us as the readers to be okay with Maki killing him? I would say most of the time, I guess writers or just stories will do that, but it doesn't seem like we're getting that here, and I'm fine with it. I don't need a justification for Junichi to die. Like I said, he's a part of the Zenin clan. He's on board with Naoya, Ogi, and the rest of them. So we can assume he's just as guilty and as bad as them. At the end, Maki confronts with Naoya. Continue to the next chapter. All right, here we go. And that's another thing that I talked about before, is that we might get to Maki going against Naoya sooner than later. And yeah, that certainly happened here. So in chapter 148, when Maki encountered Naoya, at least for us readers to see them interact for the first time, it was revealed that like Naoya bullied Maki in her youth and pretty much abused her. And also, you know, just the dialogue exchange that he had with her just, you know, further established that Naoya is nearly the lowest of the low in the series. But it was pretty much establishing that Maki and Naoya are going to have some kind of beef. And it seems like that beef is just going to be a full-blown death match, I guess. Now, it is very possible that Maki just takes out Naoya instantly the way that she did Ogi and Jinichi. I'm also pretty sure they're all collectively considered special grade 1. So does that mean they're all all equally as powerful as each other? Of course not, but it's kind of relative, I guess. So if she can instantly take out Junichi and Ogi, then I guess she probably can to Naoya as well. I mean, granted, he has projection sorcery as his curse technique, and they didn't, so I'm sure he can use that to his advantage in not getting instantly taken out by Maki. But given the insane power creep that she's received recently, it just doesn't seem good for Naoya at this point, who did put up a surprisingly competitive match against Choso. But at this point, it seems that Maki might even be surpassing him. But I also think it might be a little too soon to take out Naoya, simply because he was only introduced like I think 12 chapters ago or something, and also he's a kind of a pretty good character. I mean, like I said, he's the lowest of the low, but it makes him compelling and pretty intriguing in my opinion, and I don't necessarily want to see him go so fast. I'd like to see him interact with the rest of the cast and, you know, be a part of the culling game, and I think him getting his comeuppance in the culling game would be far more interesting than him just instantly being taken out by Maki. And also, given that he's had the most spotlight and I guess development and maybe just character significance out of all of the new Zenins introduced, I think that he's probably going to survive this. Maybe Maki like maims him or something, but I do think that he will see a couple more chapters, especially because he has the whole thing going on with him trying to take over the Zenin clan, get Megumi out of the picture, and I think that something like that will happen. I don't think all of that stuff was established so much for it to just ultimately go nowhere and Maki just slaughters the whole entire clan. I do think Naoya is going to have a trick up his sleeve or something to get him out of this situation with Maki. But there's a few little extra things that we can go over with these spoilers. So, translation note, the kanji character used when Maki defeats Jinichi literally means kill in an instant. However, is also usually used as defeat in an instant. So that might mean that Junichi's not straight up dead. Going back to what I was talking about, how maybe at least from a writing perspective, it hasn't been justified why Maki should kill him. So maybe he's maimed or something, but not completely dead. Correction, Maki made up her mind to destroy everything rather than kill everyone. So, I mean, that goes back to what Mai was talking about in the previous chapter about how she said, you know, destroy everything. So I guess she's taking that literally, and instead of like killing them, she's just destroying the Zenin clan, like the brick and mortar of it, and maybe also just the infrastructure as well. Not clear if it's a technique, but a huge hand attacked Maki, a skill that seemed like it could be from a new character. Okay, so this is new information. I guess this is somebody that's possibly protecting Naoya, because the last thing mentioned was her confronting Naoya, and that would go into the next chapter. So it's possible there's like a new character with Naoya or something, or, you know, somebody that he made an alliance with. Maybe they're not necessarily part of the Zenin clan. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the spoilers today, guys. Let me know what you think about them in the comments. What do you think's going on with Maki? Do you think Naoya is going to bite the dust the way that Ogi and possibly Jinichi did? What do you think is going on with this huge hand? Is it a new character? Is it a new Zenin? Is it somebody that Naoya has made an alliance with possibly? Let me know. And if you liked it, guys, please give it a like and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.